This video is all about Lewis Hamilton. It's officially Lewis Hamilton Day. So, welcome to today's suggestion video, everyone. This was suggested to me by Noah Schmidt, IGUA, AVGCP, and he wanted me to review all the variations of Lewis Hamilton and Lewis Hamilton's crew chief, Bruce Boxmann. So let's get right into it by starting with the original World Grand Prix Lewis Hamilton. Now in the movie, Lewis Hamilton never really changed. He didn't have any variations. He didn't crash. He didn't have a damaged version. So this is the version you see of him throughout the entire movie. Now, it's actually pretty cool. Lewis Hamilton did have some speaking lines in the movie. He was one of the more known racers because they actually associated a real-life person with Lewis Hamilton, an actual person called Lewis Hamilton who's also a racer. So it's pretty cool. They also did that with Jeff Gorvette. So Lewis Hamilton's pretty cool. He's got a nice determined expression, and if you look closely at his mouth there's a gap in between the teeth there, as you can kind of see right there, and that's on purpose because actually Lewis Hamilton, the person in real life, has a gap in their teeth, so they wanted to represent that in the diecast. So it's just kind of like an aspect of the real life person in the diecast. I find that pretty cool. He's got these two yellow stripes that start in the front and lead towards the back here. He's got some nice rims with a yellow trim. And on the side here, we can see his World Grand Prix logo, number 2. And Lewis is from Grenada. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Grenada, but I do not really know how to pronounce that country. But he's also from the United Kingdom, so he's representing both of those countries, and that's also a unique thing about him. Now on the back here, it says powered by Ono World Grand Prix. He has this little red thing, which I assume is like a light, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. And there you go, you got the half flag right there, and the logo again. And a spoiler right here has the nice yellow stripe along with the World Grand Prix logo. So a pretty cool racer. He was one of my favorites to begin with, just because I really liked the design, and I was pretty happy that he had some lines in the movie. So now let's move on to one of his variations, Ice Racer Lewis Hamilton, who may be my favorite version of Lewis Hamilton. So basically all the yellow on him has been replaced with a light blue. So his rims are now snowflakes, which look phenomenal in my opinion. I really love that. He's got a white base with white tires, and all the World Grand Prix and all no decals have been stripped off Lewis, and instead he has some ice racing decals and some Russian characters there because the ice race is obviously hosted in Moscow, Russia. Still number 2, he's got these GTS1 logos on him now. There's the Ice Cup logo in the back, number 2. He's got some designs on here for the ice race, some Russian characters, and there you go, he still has the half Grenada and United Kingdom flag there. It's also pretty cool that he has a new kind of logo instead of having that World Grand Prix logo that says LH2, standing for Lewis Hamilton 2, because that's his initials right there. He's got some nice snow designs going throughout him here. I wish they put more on the front here because it's just kind of like a clean black glazed look, which looks nice, but I feel like a little bit more snow would be a nice touch. As we move on to the back here, we just have some more repeats of the same decals here. He's still got that red light there or whatever it is, Ice Cup logo, half flag, and some Russian characters. So that's basically all for the Ice Racer version of Lewis Hamilton. A pretty cool racer indeed. Now we have here the Carbon Racer Lewis Hamilton, just recently released a few months ago. And now this also may be my favorite Lewis Hamilton. There are a few versions of him that I really like. So as you can see right on the middle of him, he's got these carbon components on him now, which look pretty nice. You can see the gray there with the stripes in him. This is the carbon here. The black here is just usually kind of like normal paint that has been turned to gray a little bit instead of the black there, as you can see. And another pretty cool aspect about the Carbon Racer is that he got a new spoiler, which I really do like. As you can see here, it's not an extreme difference difference, but there are a few things, like it's been raised up a little bit more, and I feel like it seems to be like it's strengthened, or it's become like stronger, if you guys know what I'm saying, because it just seems a little bit bulkier. As you can see, this like part going down here is a little bit chunkier than this original version here, because now it has enough space to put the 2 on there. It also has the CRC logo on top here for Carnival Racer Cup. He's got an awesome rim. I love the rims they have on here. Look very nice. He's got the yellow trim again. And I just love how they put this carbon component on the side here. That kind of looks like honeycomb because it's his yellow color there. I really do like that about him. He's got the Transcontinental Racer Champions logo, Carnival Racer logo, CRC2, and he's got the thing that was on the Ice Racers version of him that has the LH2 along with his half flag there. On the back here, it's kind of the same decals as we've already seen on him. Nothing really new. Same decals on this side as well. So this is a really nice version of Lewis Hamilton. Now I just wanted to point out that on every variation of Lewis Hamilton, he has the exact same expression. Like, it literally never changes. That's kind of why I like some of the other racers like Nigel, Raul, and Jeff, and McQueen as well, as their expressions kind of vary throughout their variations, although not all the variations have a different expression. But for Lewis, it's all the same, so that's why I just kind of like some variation with the expressions there, but it's not a huge deal. Here we have the neon racing version of Raul, which is probably my least favorite, just because I was never really a big fan of the neon racers. He's got these red wheels now, obviously, because it's the neon there, and unfortunately, the neon racers here have all these World Grand Prix decos, which don't really make sense now, because they're in the neon race, not the World Grand Prix anymore. But he's still got that World Grand Prix logo from the original. It's just kind of been outlined with a neon blue. And as we move on to the back, same spoiler basically, and really the same exact decals as the regular Raul, or Lewis Hamilton, my bad, just with some neon outlines. So I'm not really a big fan of this because it's kind of inaccurate. You'd expect it to have like neon cup or whatever on here like the Carbon and Ice Racers do. But it is kind of nice. It's got a nice like kind of glitter tone to it. So it's alright, but just not my favorite. Here we have the Silver Racer Lewis Hamilton, who is actually really nice. Now, I like this one a lot, and so when these Silver Racers were first released, they weren't like called like a separate transcontinental race or anything, so I wasn't upset that they still had the World Grand Prix decos on there. But when they were re-released last year, they did call it the Silver Race, and so that's when I don't really think it makes sense anymore for them to have the World Grand Prix decals on there. So I wish they just would have said it's just the Silver Line being re-released again. It's not like a transcontinental race or anything. If you guys know what I'm saying, I'm kind of getting a little complicated here. But basically, this is the exact same as the regular Lewis Hamilton, except everything on here is now silver, except the spoiler. So very nice. I love how everything is really changed. Just like a completely new color for him. And I think it looks great, especially with his yellow stripes there. So that's also another one of my favorite versions of Lewis Hamilton. So now here we have his crew chief, Bruce Boxmann. And now, if you'd like to see a full review of Bruce Boxmann, you could check out the description below, and I review his 7-pack appearance, which was his only release. But he's a pretty cool crew chief, one of my favorites. I like his completely black headset there. He's got the yellow stripes on either side of him, just like Lewis does. A very nice expression. I really do like it. And there you go. He's basically got the same decals as Lewis, except for he's lacking the number 2 on the side there. He's just got the World Grand Prix and the 2 flags. And his license plate on the back here reads KB5L1, or that's just 11, or I don't really know, YW. So that is all for all the variations of Lewis Hamilton and Bruce Boxmann. I hope you guys did enjoy, and thank you for suggesting Noah Schmidt, IGUA, AVGCP. I hope the video lived up to what you'd hoped it'd be, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for a review of Andy Vaporlock. See you guys then. Bye.